Hi Gemini, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of March 14th to the 20th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do want to remind you, as always, this is general, so just take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't. But as well, I do want to thank you in advance for your likes, your comments, and your subscriptions if you haven't done so already. And to book a personal reading with myself, the options are down below in the description box. Just shoot me a quick email, as I can't say it, and I'll get that started for you, okay? And remember to stick with me till the very end of this reading, this video, to get an answer to your yes or no question, alrighty? So let's begin. The overall message I channeled for you for the week from Spirit: get ready for the best. Get ready for the best. They're saying a little bit showy throughout the week, but not too much. The song that Spirit chose on shuffle to speak upon your week, Too Cool to Dance by Eden XO. Too Cool to Dance. Alrighty. They're saying that's your vibe. So let's begin. I'll leave that down in the description box, the song, for you to listen to, look up the lyrics, or both. But we're going to begin by pulling the overall messages, or just whatever we get from the Elemental Oracle deck. And then we'll pull from the Mystic Mondays tarot deck to further speak upon your week. Alrighty. Let's do some shuffling for my lovely Geminis to begin for this upcoming week. Okay, we have one. Okay, so there's a focus on life, breath. I did have to start your attempt to reading a few times. Third times is the charm, I guess. Third time is the charm, as that was the take that we're experiencing at this time. But I couldn't breathe in the beginning of, or it just felt like I was not breathing as I was spitting out the intro. There's a focus on catching your breath throughout the week for whatever reason. You could feel as if your life is just expanding at this time. And there's a focus on completion, whether that's the past, needing completion in your present situation, or multiple, in thinking about where you want to head, what you want to accomplish, feeling a little bit fiery at times, or that fire being lit within at the very least. But it outwardly coming through is just a, they're saying a too cool to dance kind of vibe, all right? Please don't take that offensively. It just feels like you are exuding confidence at this time. A very laid back way of being, which is very common for a lot of the signs this week. But there is change in the wind throughout this week, all right? And moving forward, needing to just go with the flow, adapt, and just initiate whatever change or changes you feel are necessary at this time, as your world feels a bit shuffled or thrown up in the air and just redeveloped in a lot of ways. It's a very interesting card. Let's keep pulling. We only have two on the board. Alrighty, we have three, and we're going to go with those. Feeling a level of endurance take over, needing to be the rock in a situation potentially, or just ground oneself in a lot of ways. Needing to be the rock in your own life. But again, just going with the flow is coming through with this card now as well. Needing to watch your energy levels. When your heart starts to race, even if you're not running around like a chicken without a head, there's a need to recognize that that can be a level of anxiety or stress, right? Watch your thoughts, watch your actions, your beliefs at this time. Recognize that optimism is the best route to simplicity and manifesting what you desire. Plain and simple, okay? Your life will be colorful moving forward. It's a week where, going back to the overall message, it's time to prepare to get ready for the best, to expect the best, and therefore allow it to just transpire in your external reality, all right? They're saying that's manifestation. But we have Clarity Mountain. There's a push for you to rest, especially midweek when you're granted an opportunity or several. It feels like you don't want to rest, or your energy levels aren't giving you that option as easily as possible. When you dream, when you're sitting there watching a show, there's going to be synchronicities or messages coming through from Spirit in one way, shape, or form that give you clarity on why you went through what you went through, but also more so in regards to your future, okay? If it's coming through for your past, it connects to or is going to benefit you when it comes to what lies ahead. Things could feel a bit cold and a bit icy with your energy at certain points, or just around you in a situation, even other people that you see throughout the week. But it's just this immense push from the universe to warm things up, to feel this guidance and in your intuition pushing you towards, or pulling you towards, what makes you feel that warmth and happiness within. Richness, marine life is the last one. So it just feels as if you're pushed to recognize that your life is meant to be rich in a multitude of ways. However you would view the word rich, obviously money comes to mind, right? That's part of your future. When it comes to culture, experience, connections, you're meant to live this rich life that you can just swim through, coast through in a beautiful, effortless way, and still benefit abundantly from it all. And seeing your efforts from the past start to pay off, and even the lessons you've learned, the negative experiences, even the positive ones, paying off by bringing your ships in and abundance flowing in at this time. But it's almost as if you get a taste of the abundance you deserve towards the end of the week, it feels like, to help you recognize and remember how much lies ahead, okay? Wow, it's just like fully sitting back throughout all of that. Don't fight the relaxed vibe when it comes over you at certain points, because it doesn't feel 100% there throughout the entire week, okay, for a lot of you. Let's continue with some tarot. You could be feeling a bit trapped or restricted in a situation at this time, or multiple, and need to adjust your perspective on whether that's healthy or not, or just do what you got to do moving forward, regardless of how long it takes to move towards a healthier situation, to move towards the sun. We have the Judgment card coming up for the center of your reading. This could be definitely speaking upon you feeling a bit boxed in at this time. What are you holding on to too tightly? As I was just holding the deck so tightly for whatever reason, I was talking about this Judgment card. I need to be completely honest with yourself as to what that is and why. All right, at the very least, loosen that grip and walk towards what's going to make you feel less uptight, and just help you embrace that healthier, lighter, they're saying fluffier side of you. But yeah, it feels like in the midst of you being honest with yourself, your voice will either come back to be as far as outwardly expressing oneself and being honest with other people, but also it just feels like for some of you, it could be more so it just you getting more comfortable with it, right? Even if you've been sort of expressive in certain ways up until this point, feeling like there's just a need to manifest and not overthink what you truly desire at this time. And they're saying you're truly overworked at this time, all right? Period, plain and simple. You need to have patience as your world changes and develops, and you truly desire, a passionate, abundant, fresh start, all right? Let the abundance flow in when it does, and just manifest more of it. Let's continue. Let's move right along. Keywording. Know what's right for you and know what's not. It's a week where, again, you're being prepped to make a lot of important decisions in regards to what needs to change in your individual Gemini life. With the Princess of Swords, you're learning more about your life, all right? These are aligned properly. I feel like your life is getting ready to fall into place in the way it's meant to, and you're learning more about what you desire, how to acquire what you need or want the most at this time. In all the meanwhile, you are learning more about oneself through it all, okay? Certain disturbances throughout the week, as I just had to stop in the middle of that message and begin again due to my camera having a glitch. It will teach you something as well as to what's not working for you at this time, and why it's hard to at times catch your breath or just breathe in general. But the Judgment card, going back to it being aligned with the Clarity card, you being honest with yourself, gives you even more clarity on where you're at and where you're moving and how much actually lies ahead and how amazing that truly is. Don't feel odd or different for being overly serious at certain points of the week, because I'm not getting a very smiley or overly sort of, and you're not the only sign either. You're not going to feel like sort of being this overly cheerful individual. Just be true to how you're feeling, period. I really give a lot going on within and outside of you, and a lot you're reflecting on, clarity coming in, right? Learning about oneself, developing and planning for the future. That's heavy, that's a lot, but you're dealing with it in the best way possible, it feels like. With the Three of Wands for this richness marine life card, and you're planning to see those ships come in, getting that motivation, mustering up that motivation to experience this level of richness. And it feels like levels of abundance, at least one, if not up to three, will flow in towards the end of the week to remotivate you, to remind you that things are going to work out in the future, to expect the best, therefore manifest it. But it feels like things are going to improve either way. But you have the ability within your hands, your grasp, to, although it shouldn't be too tight, to quadruple that abundance and success that you desire at this time, okay? That is meant for you and only you. Don't settle for a situation where you don't fit in, especially when it makes you feel like you have to continuously dig for that inner strength, okay? It's a week where, once again, you are recognizing that you are being prepped by the universe to get ready, even by your spirit guides, to get ready for simply the best, because all the meanwhile, you know that you have a lot more ahead for you than you've experienced or that's at hand, okay? So let's answer your question. For Gemini. Alrighty, you're getting a yes. So I hope this was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go have yourself an amazing week, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Gemini.